I think a big part of what has always excited me about working in tech has been the opportunity to be able to solve real problems for people. I'm Adam Zimman. I am the Senior Director of Product Marketing at Heroku. Heroku is really in a very interesting time right now. I think that what we've seen from an industry perspective is that as we've grown with being able to provide more optionality in how we're running our business, we also recognize that as we start to run those components at scale, we actually need to have better constraints put on our systems so that we can actually scale more effortlessly. And one of the things that's most exciting about Heroku is that this is what we've done since the beginning, right? We've taken complexity and we've actually made it much more simple. We're still not to the point where we want to say, hey, look, you can just ignore everything. But we do want to make sure that you're thinking about it in the context of how can I focus on the things that drive value for my business and let Heroku take care of the rest. The opportunity for Heroku is really interesting for a couple of reasons. First off is the segmentation of where customers gain value from Heroku as a platform. There's really two ways in which people come to Heroku. One is the way in which people have thought about Heroku since its inception. And this is the notion of we want a PaaS. We want a platform as a service that is going to do the undifferentiated heavy lifting for us. We want to make sure that we can go and focus on the business value that we drive through app development and creation. And then we have some place that we can actually push those apps to production. And then somebody else will take care of all of the other details of making sure that those maintain their uptime and continue to scale and grow to meet the needs of the customer base. The second opportunity that Heroku brings to bear is looking at now that Heroku has been part of the Salesforce ecosystem and part of the Salesforce platform for so many years, we've spent over a decade making sure that the best way to run extended compute resources for Salesforce is with Heroku. We make it seamless for Salesforce users and admins to be able to take advantage and leverage the things that they're building in Heroku back into the Salesforce platform. This is extraordinarily exciting for so many reasons as we're getting into this agentic era. With Agentforce, there's always going to be things that we need to extend and connect outside of the existing Salesforce system. And so with Heroku, you have the ability to be able to build it in Heroku in the language of your choice, and then instantly connect it back into Agentforce so that you can immediately leverage that for your agentic workloads. It's built within the Agentforce Flow Builder. All you need to do is click on it just like you would any other pre-existing action, and it's there for you to consume, making it seamless for your customers to get exactly the information that they need and access to the systems that are spread across your enterprise. A common interaction that we see from our customers is that a lot of times the users, the developers at those companies, they actually have a lot of familiarity with Heroku because they've been able to use Heroku for their own side projects, their own kind of workflows, starting as just like a credit card that they're putting down and being able to say, hey, look, I just want to get something built and I want to get it up and in production really quickly, really seamlessly, really easily. And the other thing that they then encounter Heroku with is as they're working on large projects, they're like, hey, I want to focus on the business value of this application and not necessarily on the complexities of being able to scale it. So what you benefit from with Heroku is this ability to be able to go from a really small project where you can prove out a proof of concept and then be able to have that effortlessly scale to a production class workload that's capable of being able to be available across the globe. This is the true power of being able to work with an enterprise PaaS. One of the opportunities that I see in the future for Heroku as being part of this Salesforce platform and Salesforce product lineup is the opportunity to be able to actually provide greater value to end users. Being able to make sure that their customer data is secure, and at the same time, being able to give them value that actually makes their lives better. And so this melding of the power of being able to allow developers to build to the infinite possibilities that they can on Heroku, and at the same time take advantage of the amazing unified platform of Salesforce is such a tremendous opportunity that I can't wait to see what we're able to build together.